The nugs are finally like hitting. They're attacking.
They're attacking. I'm getting attacked by the nugs.
It's a war.
So
It's a nug of war.
Hey there, this is Kristine with the Women's Craft Beer Collective, and this is my first time with the Buds, and I don't think anybody's drunk yet, but let's see how this plays out.
We are getting drunk with Drunk with Buds. We are getting drunk with Drunk with Buds. Drunk with Buds. Drunk with Buds. We are getting drunk with Buds.
Welcome, everybody, to Drunk with Buds, a show about trying new beers with some friends and having discussions you would normally have at a bar. As always, we get all of our beer information from the Untappd app. That's UNTAPPD. You can now follow the show on there at Drunk with Buds.
Also, guys, check out the Tavour App on your Apple or Android device and try new beers across 47 different states. Build your own custom box of the craft beers you'll love, or enroll in a subscription and they'll automatically snag the highest rated beers to suit your taste. No minimums, no commitments. Get your hand-picked beers delivered right to your doorstep for a flat fee. Yep, any amount of beer. Or ship for free with the subscription. And first-time users, you can use our promo code DrunkWithBuds to get $10 off your first order of $25 or more. Bruce the Beer Bandit uses the Tavour to get all of our beers, so you know it's legit. That's promo code DrunkWithBuds for $10 off your first order of $25 or more.
Today's show is a packed one. Lots to talk about, lots to discuss. I'm your host, Horner. I'm with my cousin Two Tons, and beer's the Bruce Bandit. We have a very special guest today, and that is Kristine Baker from Women's Craft Beer Collective. How you doing, Kristine?
I'm good. How are you guys? It's an honor to be on the show.
Thank you. It's an honor to have you.
Let's get right to it, everyone. So welcome to the show, and so we have a first beer coming right up. Tones is about to go grab that one, and what do we got, Bruce?
We got Oktoberfest 2020 edition from Alesmith Brewing. On Untappd, it is a 5.5 ABV with 13 IBUs. It's got 223 check-ins for an average score of 3.78. It is a Marzen style. It's classic German amber lager that has been brewed in Germany and Austria for hundreds of years. Though it was made famous for being served at Munich's Oktoberfest celebration since 1872. Modern versions exported to the United States are often labeled as Oktoberfest, and the name has become synonymous with the minds of most brewers and consumers with the traditional Marzen style. Though modern iterations of the style in Europe are considerably lighter, our take on this classic is characterized by a clean, elegant, and toasty malt character. Prost! It's malty, light, toasty, warm, and sweet.
Yummy.
Now,
Yeah, I heard everybody's can crack.
I know these beers are from San Diego because you provided them for us. Thank you very much. And I knew that you said you wanted to talk about the breweries a little bit because they're your local breweries. Is there any information that you have that we may not about Alesmith?
Well, yes. They're kind of rock stars in San Diego. 25 years deserves respect. Countless GABF awards, medals from every single beer competition. And, they just are very reputable. They brew incredible products. Their stouts are kind of, I think, maybe one thing they're most known for. I don't know. I just kind of thought getting into the season, this would be a good one to have on hand. Did you guys take a look at the color on it and everything yet?
Yes, it's got a nice amber to it. It's You can see through it quite well, so it's very clean.
I can almost see tones through my glass.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. It's got a nice head to it. I do smell that malt.
It's got a nice smooth taste. I already took a sip of this.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that is very smooth.
Yeah, I typically like to drink out of a wide mouth canning jar. I know that's not really considered proper glassware.
Oh, that's okay. We all know about the mason jar drinking around here in the Midwest.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something about being able to stick your whole face in there and
Just get your nose in there, smell it and everything.
It's kind of what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I sound like I'm talking in a fishbowl. Yeah, no, I mean, it smells wonderful. I
Yeah.
wish I had a giant hot pretzel to eat with it right now.
Some nacho cheese.
That'd be really good.
Instacart that stuff.
That'd be amazing. Man, I don't know. I can't really complain about this beer though. It just tastes right.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's very nice and crisp. I'll give it that too.
Oh yeah.
Tis the season.
Well, it is my first one of the season, so that's why I kind of held off because I wanted to experience it with you guys.
Oh
So
dang.
Thank you. We
Sorry for
appreciate
making you
that.
wait.
yeah, so happy belated
Oh,
Oktoberfest.
yes, Oktoberfest. Happy.
Well, Oktoberfest is still going. It's like from
Is it?
mid-September. It's from mid-September through mid-October.
Okay, Bruce.
Oh.
Okay, let us enjoy the moment.
Right. So, Kristine, tell us a little bit about yourself, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, obviously a beer fan from way back. I mean, I remember drinking junk beer in the summer, going out to the river, the Colorado River. A lot of people in California take little trips out there in the summer with the boat and so forth. I drank something called Hooch, which I think was a malt beverage with lemon in it. I've drank my fair share of Coronas, but probably about 15 years ago, I started to explore craft beer a little bit. The town we lived in started to have a few pop up, and I had to really work hard to get anybody to accompany me to go to these places, just to hang out and try the different beers on tap.
Oh yeah.
I did definitely go by myself sometimes, but it was an awkward feeling. I remember the first few times that I experienced it, people thought I was maybe lost, or I'm there to pick up guys. Or it was just extremely male dominated. I
Yeah.
mean, you basically know where this conversation is going.
Yeah,
right
because
now.
you were just looking for the beer.
Yeah,
just
I mean,
wanted
I
to
was
try it out.
fascinated by it. Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I wasn't into any other alcohol beverages at the time. So, yeah, so it was an odd feeling. I did manage to rally a few girls to do that with me once a week, and I don't know, basically just kind of snowballed into let's call it a group. Then I created an Instagram page and a Facebook page, and so that was January of 2013.
Okay.
And soon after that, I got my first brewery job, which, they weren't real convinced that I, was qualified. But the fact that I could at the time bench press 100 pounds, it was helpful because, just as far as moving kegs and all that around, because, I mean, I don't know, I've never met you guys in person, but I'm kind of a girly girl. So I had to prove myself.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure you did. I'm sure you did.
So yeah, I was pretty
sorry.
good at schlepping kegs around. Anyway, sorry.
No, it's okay. Sorry, So you talked about like those trash beers that you used to drink. Do you actually remember your very first beer?
Yes. Oh, yes. Well, we're out here where one of the giants in the industry, Stone Brewing, and my son played ice hockey right next to the facility in Escondido. So I don't know. Have you guys ever been out here? They offer a brewery tour that leaves every hour. And with that, you get some free tasters along with it. So I remember doing that for the first time and just being fascinated by what I was hearing.
Okay, so Stone Brewing it was?
Yeah, Stone Brewing in Escondido, and ended up coming away with my first growler, which I was just fascinated by that concept. Like, what? I can bring this jug home and then bring it back empty. And yeah, so I mean, that was right around that time, maybe even 2012, the fall of 2012. And an Arrogant Bastard was, for whatever reason, the beer that I zoned in on. So, and I was just comfortable with that. I knew it and it was familiar.
Okay.
I'm sure you guys have had some Arrogant Bastard in your day.
No, I have not had any.
I feel like I've seen it. My brother might have given me a sip or something like that, but
But Honer's favorite porter is smoked porter by Stone Brewing.
is it?
Mm,
Is that my favorite? I think I gave that a negative review, didn't I?
No.
Oh, never mind. I liked it a lot.
I do love a good smoked porter. You don't taste too many or see too many smoked beers out there, but yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's a strong ale. So Arrogant Bastard is pretty tasty too. I haven't had one in a while, and now all this talk about it, want to go hunt one down. But I had all the merch and everything. Like seriously, I had the hoodie and yeah.
You were decked out.
There's even little baby onesies that say
Oh
"arrogant
my
bastard"
gosh,
on
that's
them.
awesome. Hey, speaking of arrogant bastard, do they like? Is that the IPA then? Are they the ones that?
It's a the category is strong ale.
Oh, okay. I think I was thinking of. Okay, I don't think I've had it then.
Well, speaking of categories, is there a particular style that is your favorite?
It's a hard question. I for the most part probably. Well, a couple of years I would have definitely answered it as a session IPA. I mean, I like session beers if I can find one that's satisfying, because I can drink a few of them and I don't have a lot of residual effects that are negative, only the positive effects. But this last couple years, I've been really obsessed with Mexican lagers. And a lot of it might have to just to do with the fact that I love the Mexican culture. I love traveling to Mexico. So for me, a Mexican lager is just kind of it's homey, it's comfortable. But yeah, no, I love. I'm obsessed with anything with chili in it. So I love all the chili beers: chili porter, chili IPA, chili stout. Yeah.
So these Mexican lagers, what exactly is your favorite? Which one of those?
Well, right now, this the most I've drank this year has been again Stone's, and it's called Buenavesa with salt and lime. That beer is so damn good.
I feel like when I think of like Mexican lagers, I only think of like Modelo or like a Corona,
Right.
or like, the mainstream ones. I don't think I've ever actually had like a branch off craft Mexican lager.
Well, maybe I'm going to have to send you guys some beers.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
I won't say no, but let us buy it. Let us buy it.
I won't say no. In Spanish, it's I won't say no either. I don't know.
Hey,
No.
okay, so I have to ask a question. I know this probably isn't on format, but are you guys enjoying your coin pouches that I sent you?
Oh yes, we love these coin pouches.
I actually
The
don't
beer
have
money?
change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Do
do
you-
have one that has change in it, and I have it right next to me, actually.
Okay, good.
Did you realize
'Cause
that
I'm-
you put change in the box?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You
Okay.
guys seem so confused by
We
that.
were. I was so confused.
We didn't
No, I
realize
wasn't.
that.
I wasn't sending you change
that-
to put in your pouch, and I didn't really put two and two together. That's just so that the mail service is not like on your tail, like it's to throw them off the scent.
Okay.
If there's a little rattle in there, they don't hear the swish swish.
Oh.
Okay. I didn't pick
Yeah,
it
because
up.
I was like, I saw the coins, and all of a sudden I was like, what? And then I saw the pouches, and I was like, oh, okay. So I put them in there.
Right?
Oh, well, anyway, this is a good beer. Yeah, it's already made me all warm and happy. So,
It is very good.
I know, it's very tasty.
yeah.
So do you have a top 5 for your beers? Like, do you have your favorites?
You know what? You want me to tell you what I don't like?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Please.
Because I know for a fact what I don't like.
fine. Okay.
I don't like Belgian quads. I don't like Heffenweizens.
Ooh.
And I'm not particularly a fan of coconut in beers.
Oh, coconut's terrible.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
But I mean, I like coconut. In fact, I was thinking about naming my new dog Coconut.
Well, then
I
there'd be
think-
coconut that you do like.
Right.
Well, yes. So, I mean, that's just kind of a cute little name, Coco. But yes, okay, I just pulled out the Tikicito that we're going to drink at the very end. But so it does have raw coconut and coconut cream. Okay, but anyway, I don't like coconut IPAs at all. So,
I don't like IPAs
But,
at all.
but no, I mean, I love porters. I love a black IPA. IPAs for sure, though. Those are
Hey.
definitely my thing.
Wait, so those are your favorite or the worst? Because
Well, she told us
For
a little bit about
favorite.
Both.
Mhm.
She did both.
Yeah.
oh shit!
Yeah.
I thought you were still on the. I'm sorry. I thought you were still on
No.
the worst, and I was like, okay, I
Yeah.
agree. I don't like IPAs either, girl.
Well,
Yeah.
if there's a stout that has coconut in it that we both know, all of us know about, that we're looking forward to, is our friends at 903 Brewers in Sherman, Texas. They do a lot of soaking their beers in coconut after they've been made and then redoing it. And they got a GBC medal for their Sasquatch stout. So
Oh,
you should give
wow.
it a good
Yeah,
look
you
on that
couldn't
one.
really taste the coconut in that one either. But
Well,
it was
we had
a-
the Chupacabra 2.0.
that was what
We didn't have
had-
the Sasquatch.
Oh, okay.
But the Sasquatch is a similar stout of theirs that has won a medal.
And they're in Texas.
Yeah, Sherman, Texas, in North Texas, just north of Dallas by about 45 minutes.
Okay. And what's it? 603?
903.
903.
I'll
Also,
get on
they
that.
do have a slushy beer that is one of the best beers I've ever had in my life. It's a slushy, peach slushy. And if you ever go to 903 and they have it there, do not say no to that. You need to try it. It's one of my favorites.
I did have a 5-star beer from them as well. It's another version of their slushies, but it was triple berry. It was raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries. And they used vanilla, Madagascar vanilla in it.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't. That was my thing. I would never give a 5.0 to any beer unless I thought I could drink it every day of the year, and I think I could.
Wow. Well, you have so many wonderful things to say about them that I'm sure they're going to be thrilled when they hear this.
We actually did a show with them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the brewmeister from 903 called in. He was our first phone interview, and he called in, and we had a 20-minute interview with him that I'm not sure when it will.
He gave us descriptions on the beers that we were about to try.
And a little bit of history of the brewery.
Do we have a release date for that yet, or no?
A week from Thursday.
So it's
so
good
it'll
that
be
we're
after
talking him
yours,
up, and then it'll air the next week.
Yeah. But yeah, that one's coming out soon. I would definitely check it out if you're ever in Texas, Sherman, Texas. I didn't even know it was
Well,
a place.
I'd like to be. Yeah, I'd definitely like to take a trip to Texas.
They are on Tavour, so they're on there often if you use the Tavour
Oh,
app.
good. Sure. Yeah, very good. Yeah, I love getting beer delivered.
And I do remember from the interview saying that he was close to a distribution deal with California. So
he did say that.
That would include with you.
Yes.
All right.
So that'd be even
Well,
closer.
I will get on it. I will take a look and see if I'm following on Instagram, and go from there.
So as
Thanks,
we dwindle down these beers, what are your guys' final thoughts on these?
We'll let Kristine go first.
The Marzen, I wish it was in a bigger can. How about that?
True.
Concur.
I know. Need a 32 ounce in this bad boy.
I mean, that's the only thing that's kind of sad. I kind of just don't care for little 12-ounce cans. I like to go all in, pour a big beer. So
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I had a 12-ounce can of beer.
You know what? So do you know Urban Artifact, Kristine?
Mm-hmm.
So they came out with a beer that was it 10% or 12%? 10%?
10%.
It was a dragon fruit sour beer, and it was 12-ounce cans, and it was 10% beers, and it came in 4-packs.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
that was an action-packed beer, and I tell you what, I drank the whole pack that day, and it was amazing.
wow.
And he thought he was flying on dragons.
I thought I was on dragons. Puff the magic dragon.
That's okay. That sounds like a good time.
It was
so
so
I'm kind of
good.
jealous.
It was so good, Kristine, I promise you. But what would you rate this beer? What do we do, quarters?
Yes, so from 0 to 5, 5 being you could drink this every day of the week and you'd love it, and 0 being the worst thing you've ever drank in your entire life.
Oh, well. Well, I mean, I could drink it a lot. I just don't know every day because I think I would miss some, that real, the present hop bitterness from an IPA. So, I mean, I would have to say like 4.5.
That's a really good.
That is really good.
Nice score.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought it was crisp. I thought it was very clean. It is by far the best Oktoberfest I've had in the last month, and we've had a few of our Halloween episode that we pre-recorded. So look forward to that. So I'm going to give this a flat 4. I enjoyed it. It was very good.
Yeah, this one is very smooth. It hits the spot. It goes inside your mouth, and it makes it home, and then it makes its way down your throat and just breaks through your body into your veins is what it does for me. I really like it. I would give this a 4.25.
Okay.
So you guys all like this better than I did.
Oh, my gosh.
I didn't hate it. It was good. It tasted a little flat for the aftertaste for me. It was really smooth. I'm going to give it a 3.5.
It's still a good score.
Well, you taste flat, so.
So we're going to take a shot break, and we'll be right back.
All right. All right, welcome back, everybody. That was the Digitized Maker Days.
Dazed and confused. I like that. Anyways, so let's get to our second beer of the day. It's a Nugget War. It's by Burgeon Beer Company, along with the pizza. I can't remember what it was.
Pizza Port.
Pizza Port, not just pizza. I want to forget.
Thanks, pizza.
Right. Untappd Info. It's an American IPA, 6.5 ABV, no IBUs. There's not a lot about this. 100% Citra wet hop hazy IPA collab with Pizza Port. It's 450 total check-ins. It averages a 4.1.
Now, I've never had a wet hop IPA before, so I have no idea what that is about.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was either.
Kristine, if there's anything about Pizza Port or Burgeon beer or even wet hops that you know about?
Oh, I know about all those things. Hi, guys.
Glad you're here.
Totally. So, okay, I'll tell you about wet hop beers for a little bit. For the last 6 years, we have organized an event, the Women's Craft Beer Collective, where men and women and children, we go to a local hop farm, we pick hops. A wet hop beer is anytime fresh cones are put in the boil, but they have to be used within 24 hours of being picked. That's what categorizes it as a wet hop beer.
Ah.
So it's fun because it's a day of picking and eating and drinking, but you basically need to race them to the cold room, and the brewers need to use them like ASAP that next morning. So, this year things have been different. We haven't been able to do that. A couple of the hop farms that were local to our area are no longer here. So that's sad, but you can still, have overnight wet hops shipped to you, and a lot of breweries do that. But yeah, this is the season. We're just kind of wrapping up drinking them all. And I haven't had my fair share of them yet. Always a favorite time of year for me. And so I'm really excited to try this one. I'm sorry, I'm just talking, but Burgeon is 3 guy friends that I've known in the beer community for many, many years. And they all came together. They were friends in school, and they all came together and decided to open a brewery. And they're doing incredibly well. And the best part is it happens to be really close to my house. So
Oh, that's an American dream right there. Those guys just.
yeah, and then Pizza Port has been around San Diego area. Each town, a lot of, I want to say there's maybe 6 or 7 in San Diego County and then Orange County that kind of all act independently. So, like, for instance, when you listen to the JBF Awards presentation, without a doubt, one of the Pizza Ports out here will win. They always do. They'll win for something. They each kind of have their own specialty. But where I live here in Carlsbad, the Pizza Port is a mile from me, closer to the beach, and Burgeon is maybe a mile more south. So very handy for me to go to both these places. So yeah, so it's obvious, it makes perfect sense that they would be friends and collaborate on a beer together. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now, you were talking about the hop farms not being around. Mm-hmm. Does that have anything to do with the fires that are out there, or does that have to do with COVID, or a little bit of both?
I would say probably neither, because I know one of them found it's just our climate isn't really conducive for actually growing hops. As much as we want and as much as we try, it's so much work for the farmers here to pull off a healthy hop farm. I know the farm in one particular case switched over to grapes, so the climate was just better suited for that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean there's a reason why all of them hops are growing up in Yakima and so forth. So did anybody open their can yet?
Oh yeah,
it's time for first thoughts.
I already took a sippy.
Okay, here I go.
The nose is quite citrusy. I like that. It's very...
And also to let you know, as soon as we get the beer out and we do the information, you are more than welcome to drink whenever you want.
Oh.
Yeah, you do not have to wait. It's okay. Because
here we go.
I was drinking already.
We don't wait. So
we don't wait.
I waited for you.
So typically, as a beer server, I have always described a wet hop beer when people have asked that question. It's just more greener, grassier.
You know what? I'm usually not a fan of like wet and grassier beers, but this tastes really good.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
interesting.
It's a nice style for IPA because I'm not usually an IPA guy. I like double IPAs though. I do not like IPAs, but this hazy wet IPA is a nice twist on it. I will give it that.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
really
so do you
nice.
guys like hazies, though?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
see,
really.
so
I think
it's not mine.
Tony over there has.
Yeah, I like hazy IPAs. I like a good IPA. It just really depends on the type of mood I'm in or the environment I'm in as to like I might like this beer now, but if I'm in a different environment or a different bar atmosphere, I might not like it. I guess my beer kind of just fluctuates my taste.
I feel like if I was outside right now and the cold chill of the wind was hitting my arms and everything, like everything was breezy and I'm drinking this, I think I would be all right. I think this would be like the perfect weather, or that would be the perfect weather for this.
Oh, well, that's very interesting. Yeah, they're wildly popular. And I've even gone on public record and said that I don't care for hazies. And, I keep trying, but this one is not as sweet as most and doesn't have as thick a mouthfeel. But it's something about the visual aspect of it too. Like, I don't think they're as pretty as like a West Coast IPA. I don't know. I'd like to be able to see through my beer a little bit and see some clarity in it. But that being said, these people are incredibly talented and they know what they're doing. So yeah, this is a perfect example of a wet hop. And I think the primary hop is Strata.
Yeah.
So I know we touched on this a little bit, but is there anything else you can tell us about the Women's Beer Collective?
Well, this year we've been really spending a lot of time on just product design. I wanted to have a lot of things available for Christmas shopping. I think people are just doing a lot more online shopping, and we've come up with quite a few products that I'm really proud of. The Beer Money coin pouch being one of them. We have some fresh new glassware that says "All Beer's Girl Beer." That's been incredibly popular.
I like your shirt that says "Beer Smart, Girl Smart."
Yeah, so the last tank top I did, it just says hashtag Beer Smart. That's kind of been an idea I've had for a while. I just kind of like the movement of women in beer, and that we know a little about beer, and we're proud to say so. But then it kind of also falls in line with my tank top that I designed many years ago, and that one says free to choose what beer I'll drink. So, and that just came from the idea or the experience of going and ordering a beer and being directed in a particular style by people, men and women, thinking, that maybe women only have a certain palate for this particular style versus
like the fruity
some
beers,
others.
the fruity beers,
Yeah.
the umbrella drinks, and all that.
Right.
That's why I liked
Yeah.
your saying on this. What is this? A moonshine glass? What is this glass?
It's a can glass. It looks like
Can glass. This can glass that you sent us. It says all
Oh,
beer
yeah.
is girl beer.
Yeah.
And I like that because it's like, okay, so I've seen How I Met Your Mother and the show, and Marshall on the show, he's a character, whatever. He drinks girly drinks, is what they say. But he always gets his wife to order it, and they're umbrella drinks. And so that's what I was thinking, like, that's what people think are girl drinks. But
Yeah.
I like how that says all beer is girl beer. Like, you can literally drink whatever you want. Anyone can. It
Yeah.
Yeah.
doesn't matter. You don't have to have an umbrella
Right.
and whatever.
My fiance saw the glass and she said, "Hey, just because we're gonna use it as a giveaway." She said, "Hey, just say I won the contest. I want that glass." She's big into stouts and porters, and she's
right on.
Yeah, she's big into the big, heavy beers. So she wanted that for
You
free.
should have her look up the store for women's.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will send her that way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, give her a high five for me. That's awesome.
Have you had a chance? I know I'm jumping a little bit off topic here, but you got our apparel. You got the tights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those are nice. I was afraid that I was going to look super flabby in them. But boy, I feel very, very svelte and very, very cool with those on. So yeah, I'll be showing some pictures here pretty soon because it's basically my first pair of beer yoga pants.
Oh, heck
so.
yeah.
awesome.
I feel like that's like the only beer yoga pants on earth. But it's funny because my girlfriend also got some of those, and I put them on, and I showed the boys, and I was like, hey, guys, they also work for men, too. But it's like,
oh, my God.
but
They don't work for men.
They literally only just went up to my calves because she's so tiny. So, like, my legs just went right to my kneecaps and stuff. So I was like, oh, look, guys, it works.
Well, I think we're going to have to see some pictures of that.
Oh, you
Yeah,
will.
you better post them. Side note for this beer, when I was getting them from the fridge, normally we have a guest, so we have like 4 beers for the guest. And Honer says, hey, we only got 3 of those. I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, and he starts laughing really hard. I look at him, he's like, I thought Kristine was in the room. He thought you were here with us. So he got really confused as to what was going on.
I really thought you were just like sitting in front of me, like you're in this room with us as a guest. But because I'm so used to that for our guests to be here. So then I was like, dude, we got 3 beers. That's only enough for us. Like, how are we going to share that? And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, don't worry about me. I'm sitting in my living room with a cooler with all my
nice.
beers just lined up right here. I'm ready
Nice.
to go.
Oh,
so
heck
I
yeah.
got plenty.
Well, good.
I
I'm
got
no longer
plenty.
worried.
Right.
Okay.
That's awesome. But with him thinking that you're here, that goes to show you that actually this is probably really good conversations, having a really good time enjoying these beers, and it's almost like you're not here. I mean, almost like you are here.
Well, she's
Yeah.
not.
I'm just gonna.
She's really
I'm just
not
gonna
here.
Stop, I'm just gonna stop talking.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, it's fun hanging out with you guys. It's a lot of it's a lot of fun.
It's wild. It's like the new world, like social distancing. It's like
Right.
this is what we're all meant to do: just hang out, but not hang out.
But not hang out.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Just to get us back on track just a little bit, back to the Women's Craft Beer Collective. How did you get the idea to open up, an apparel and store along those
Oh, that's
lines?
easy because I'm already crafty. I've been making things with my hands since I was very young. My parents taught me to sew because I'm extremely tall, or they had me take lessons, but I've always been drawn to that kind of thing. So I did it for my own self. I thought, oh, boy, I'd love to have a necklace with a hop on it, or, just, so yeah, it just kind of, that I have to say, I use that as an example because that was the first thing I did actually make. And so it came from a very natural place. So that's been a fun little side gig, but, we always did a lot of meetups, and we haven't been able to do much of that. We focused on a lot of educational things, where a lot of brewer lectures, a lot of tours. We haven't done anything like that in a while. Well, so if there's a group picture on my Instagram, that was at a local brewery, and just a few of our like San Diego and Orange County friends. We decided to do like a small meetup just because we were dying and needed to be together, spend some time together.
I feel that.
Yeah, and so, we tried to do it very socially conscious, and the brewery let us pose for the picture. We had all our masks on, but we did pull them down for the photo. We wanted people to see our smiling faces. Not everybody was really probably thrilled about that, but,
can't please
everybody
everyone.
has to, we're not doing anything crazy. We just needed to spend a little time together. I normally organize events like crazy throughout the year, usually DIY type events. I don't know if you guys know what macrame is, but
I do.
for years,
I'm old.
you're all, for
he's 60.
years, that was always one of the most popular things that we would get together in a brewery and do. And so, this year is like really just been stifling. However, in the next few weeks, I'm going to be announcing well, in San Diego, we have what they call a 7 Bridges hike, and it starts in Balboa Park. I don't know if you guys have heard of Balboa Park, but it's been around forever, and it's gorgeous, museums, but it's right next to the San Diego Zoo. So basically,
famous
it'll
zoo.
be. I know, it is all very famous. It's gorgeous. It's incredible. In fact, on my Instagram, I took a picture of that. The Alesmith 25-year anniversary beer in the part of the park, and it's very beautiful. Excuse me, beer is making me burp a little.
Oh, I know. Like the nugs are finally like hitting. They're attacking.
They're attacking. I'm getting attacked by the nugs.
It's a war.
So
That's a nug of war.
Well, the can does show like a water balloon fight. So
I think that's what it's supposed to be, is just hops that are like look like little green water balloons, and
Oh, yeah.
you're being attacked by them.
It
Yeah,
feels
so
like
that's
my
what's
throat
happening.
is. Yeah, I feel
That's
that too.
what's happening.
My throat is also getting bombarded by these nugs. There's a war going on.
Basically, the idea is just that we would, every time there's 7 bridges, and every time we came to a bridge, we would do a tasting flight of just one San Diego beer. So I'd have like a 4-pack, and if we've got 15 people in the group or whatever, or 20, people can still hike and be socially distanced. They can wear their masks if they want to. But then we'll just crack open some cans. We'll have a taste of that particular beer. We'll get all our photos, and then we'll move on to the next bridge. So it's 5.3 miles.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, sounds like a fun time to me. So co-ed.
A question for you is who is involved with the Women's Craft Beer Collective other than you, and are they as active in the groups? You guys all have like a job to play or something like that?
Yeah, no, I wish. I have a friend who is a graphic designer, and her name's Brittany, Craft Graphics. She does a lot of can label art for a lot of San Diego breweries, and she has helped me with the can glass font and also the Beer Smart tank top.
nice.
That's all her drawing. She was able to get that idea, that vision out of my head and put it down to paper. So I have her, but the ideas are all mine, and all of the events are all planned by myself. And Allie and Callie, and my friend Allie is going to assist on the 7-mile bridges hike, or the bridge crawl, we're going to call it,
Nice.
coming up. So yeah, so I mean, thankfully I've got a good group of men and women in San Diego that I can call on for assistance and things like that. So
A little side note. I mean, it might go well with your little pub crawl because you keep saying, like you said, 7 bridges, right?
yeah.
I mean, there's a famous Eagles song called "The 7 Bridges Road," and it
Oh.
could be your theme song. And there's Southern California rock. So
And you guys can have wings too and look like eagles.
Oh, yes. Okay.
after enough
Well,
beers, they might think they're flying like Eagles.
We'll have to check that
It
out.
is October.
And,
Nobody's going to judge you.
yeah, and it may turn into, we may, by the time we finish up, we may be so exhausted, and it may turn into a potluck in the park, and we just all lay out a bunch of, blankets and just eat and nap. Okay, you guys finished with your beer?
No, not yet.
Oh, I'm still
Sorry, we're
halfway.
slacking.
This is like, this beer is kind of like a little much for me now. That I'm just like,
No, I'm just interested in the conversation.
Right.
oh,
Right.
yeah, me too. Yeah,
I do have a question. So you are located in Southern California, obviously. Do
Yeah.
you ever go on road trips to different breweries for beers?
Road trips, gosh, LA. I hit a few breweries in LA, and every time I visit, there seems to be more that have popped up. So it takes a few days. I've taken a road trip to Tucson and checked out all the breweries there. Again, more than you can really visit in a few days.
Right.
Northern California, but not as far north as I would like to go. Never made it up to San Francisco or anything yet. So I have my hands full with just what's happening here in San Diego.
Right.
Now, I've looked at some of your products in your store. We talked, a little bit about each of them. That some of the ones that you like. But what is your favorite thing that you sell, or which one do you sell the most of?
Products. What do I sell the most of? I would say that glass that you guys were oohing and awing over. Yeah.
I can see why.
Yeah. Well, I think always the biggest sellers are not so much the novelty things, it's just those staples like a glass and a shirt. That's what I've noticed. I mean, I wish the other stuff would sell as much, but yeah, just a shirt and a glass, that seems to be the hot stuff. So yeah, that glass, I go through a lot of those glasses. So things have slowed down a little bit right now though, but I think people are just like, they got a little crazy with their spending money for a minute there, and now they've definitely reined it back in. But the holidays are coming, so.
Now I know what's not slow down, or maybe it should. It's time for dive bar reviews.
Nice.
Dive bar review. Dive bar reviews is a section where I read a majority of 1-star reviews, maybe a 5-star, and a couple in between. Let's do this thing. Today we're digitally visiting Chi-Chi Club in San Diego, California. First up, we've got Faith Kanbazoglu with a 1-star saying, "Rudest place ever. I asked for a water. The guy was saying I cannot make a business like this."
Okay.
Yeah, and then they said, "Oh, my bad. Well, my friends are drinking here, and I don't have to buy and drink anything." That was my bad. I thought that was another review that I messed up. Oopsie daisy. Next up, we have Leonard Benegas. Agrees with a 1-star. "The barman ripped me off."
Whoa.
That was it.
I'd give a low rating of the bartender ripped me off.
Right.
I don't think I'd even review. I'd probably just give it a 0. Mike Evans with a 2-star review.
The football player?
Says, "Old and dirty, just like Bruce."
Oh,
Ouch.
that's not true. Well, half of it.
The
Dirty part is true. Paul Casal leaves a proud 3-star panger. "It's my dive."
That was it.
Okay.
He
That's
said
it.
Paul Gasol. That's a
I'm like, that's a basketball player now.
Casal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Stephanie Brown shouts a 4-star zinger. "Chi-Chi Bar is a good place to go when you want to listen to good music, play pool, and chat with your friends. Perfect bar service and great friend service. I love going because like the show Cheers, everybody knows your name."
Kristine, have you ever heard of Chi-Chi's?
No, I've never heard of Chi-Chi's. At Chi-Chi Club?
Yeah,
In San Diego.
it's in San Diego.
Oh, I wish you guys had reviewed the cherry bomb because
Oh, that was the other one I was gonna pick too.
Oh,
I didn't
were you
know.
going to?
Yeah, because I didn't know which one you were would know, so I just picked one in San Diego.
Well, I don't frequent dive bombs, all that.
Oh yeah,
Dive bars.
Well, now you know
But,
why.
yeah.
I've
Now
heard
you know
some
why.
stories. But I mean, those reviews don't surprise me. Isn't that kind of why you go to dive bars?
Correct.
Be
Exactly.
mistreated and
You get mistreated and get ripped off.
Yeah, you get slapped in
Yeah,
the
I mean,
face.
I'm
you
guilty.
don't go in there to order a water. I
You
mean,
go there for the
of course-
punishment,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, of course they're gonna be rude to you.
I love a good dive bar, so I
He does.
love domestics. Also, I just love beer and drinking. So
Well, most times in a dive bar too, you're better off just ordering something out of like a beer out of a bottle.
like a PB,
for
like a
sure.
PBR.
Yeah, at least you know what you're getting,
Yeah.
right? So
The
don't go in there with high expectations.
Right.
Because
Oh, no,
you're just
never.
gonna be
The-
disappointed.
It's a hole in the
Yeah.
wall.
the
That's all
dive
it
bar
is.
I frequent is it's called Treehouse Shine Bar. I fell in love with it, but they have a
You fell in love with the girl that you met there.
yeah, true. Now she's my fiance.
Aw, how cute.
But we know the owner now, and they have this. Their cooler is actually a tub, and they just fill it with beer and ice, and that's where they get their beers from. They do have taps, but they have like their bottles and cans in an actual tub behind the bar, and they just fill
Yeah,
it with
that's
ice.
cool.
So
Yeah, that's totally cool because I like that.
In my
That's a good
bouncer
plan.
days, that's just called the bar back.
You were never a bouncer.
I was.
No, you weren't.
I
Well,
was.
is this
Nobody believes you.
Has this piqued your curiosity a little bit? Does this mean you guys are going to come out to San Diego and check out those dive bars?
Yeah, I'm gonna check out Chi-Chi's.
we're going to Chi-Chi's, guys.
All right, we're going to go to Chi-Chi's and crash at Kristine's house.
I have the room.
But I also have one last
Uh-oh.
review.
Uh-oh.
This is S. Baker with a 5-star
Oh,
banger.
shit. Bum, 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 bum.
Fun, cheap, and you get a little mix of everything here. Food is close by and the staff is super cool. Best thing on the menu is a hot terry. Ask for it.
All right. Go
Whatever,
Chi-Chi.
whatever, nerd.
Hot Terry, please.
Side note, you guys don't know, but I was reading multiple reviews for this, and Terry is the owner and bartender, and everyone seemed to thoroughly love his ass.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why they got a hot Terry on board. But also, so there you have it. We got all the starred reviews in a little line. If you didn't notice, there's a 1 through 5 on that one. First time ever. If you're ever in San Diego, California, go ahead and check out one of the last living, breathing dive bars in San Diego. Get yourself a hot Terry, the shot, not the bartender. Unless you're feeling freaky, then go for it. But also, don't forget to bring cash and tell Terry Honer sent you for a free shot. All right, back to you, Honer. Oh, that's me. What's up, guys? Let's get back to it. How do you guys feel about this drunk?
Yeah, final thoughts on the Nug of War.
All right, let's start with Kristine. What are your final thoughts, and what would you rate this beer 1 through 5?
Well, this is a really hard one for me because, I know it's an excellent beer, but again, it's not my style, but that's, neither here nor there.
Yeah, it's all good.
But I've drank enough wet hop beers and hazy beers. I would say this is, again, like a 4.4. I think it could have a little more color to it.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with a 4.4.
Okay. Bruce, Bandit, what do you got?
Well, I'm not, as Honer put so eloquently, I'm not very much of an IPA guy. So they usually rank a little lower for me. It was clean, though it was very hazy, but it didn't have that bite that some of the IPAs I don't like. It wasn't very hoppy. So, and it's a lot of talk for me to say that it was just an average beer for me, but the smell helped me. And I finished it quite quick. So for me, I'm going to give it a 3.25, which is pretty high for an IPA for me.
Correct.
And it's the first time I've ever had a wet hop beer. So if the wet hops are along this taste line, then I would prefer them over your normal straight IPA.
Nice.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Honer, what do you got for us?
I would say 3.5. It's so hazy I can't even see.
That's probably not the beer.
It's not the beer. But I would say that I'm not really a hazy IPA guy, but the wet hop actually made it drinkable. So I'm not usually like the grass type. Like I don't really like that taste or flavor. But this one is actually pretty good for a hazy wet hop IPA, I guess. For a hazy IPA, I would say.
Yeah, I like the haziness. I like the IPA taste. It's got a citrus taste to it. It's really clean. It's really smooth. I really like this beer. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Oh,
that's rare for Tony.
This is right up my alley. I like this one.
it's right up your something.
Very good. Right on.
So we're going to wind down here for a second, and we're going to take a shot break. So peace out.
All right.
Hello, everybody. So that was Audio Lounge. Happy, upbeat background instrumental. So now we are back at it again. We are getting drunk with Kristine, and it is time for the third brewski. So I am excited for this one. I'm not gonna lie. This one, as soon as I saw you post about it, this is the one that I knew I wanted because
this is the sour, right?
Yeah, I didn't know it was a sour, honestly. Until it got to us. I was like, oh, wow, it is a sour.
The thing about... Go ahead.
Yeah, have you guys actually had the cocktail? So this is Tikicito is an actual cocktail, like, if you went to a tiki bar, right?
Oh, no, I did not
never knew
that. No.
Yeah, somebody schooled me on that. So I've never had one. So now that's the thing. We got to go. We got to go out and have one of those tonight.
So that's a theme next week on Drunk with Buds. You'll have a rum runner and island time beers that are based off cocktails.
Oh, yeah, we did have those.
Real quick, the thing about sours with me is I never liked them until this year. I actually started trying them. Like, I was always like, I'm against sours, and I never liked them. And then this year, Bruce started turning me on to more sours, and Now I actually enjoy them quite a bit.
I thought he was just turning you on.
Well, that too.
Well, I don't. Do you guys believe that your palate, like,
Changes
it
every
changes?
year?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I do agree with that. Yes, I used to
Yeah.
hate sours. My buddy, we went to Three Floyds one time, and he would get the sours, and I'd be like, okay, let me taste it. And I tasted it, and it hit my jowls so hard that it shocked them, and my heart skipped a beat. I swear. And I said, nah, man, I don't like that. That's gross. How can you enjoy that? But I love sours now.
No, they're good. Well, and they run the gamut too. I mean, sometimes they're really not all that sour, and then
Yeah, that's
sometimes they
true.
make your cheeks hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I didn't even know that was a style of beer until this year.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I didn't. I just
Yeah.
was never exposed to it. And then I had, just
Yeah.
on a whim, I picked up the Gadget and Spyglass and Woodbreaker
Dude,
and
how did you pick up like the best sours though? You know what I mean?
And they were all from the same brewery, and I just said, you know, I was going to be a guest on this show because I didn't start that way as a host. I was like, well, these are all the same. Let's just do it. And I started a tradition that hasn't happened really, other than with you, is the guest brought the beers because usually the host had the beers. And we did the Urban Artifact episode for the very first one, and all of them still, even now, were still good.
Oh yeah, for sure. So
And
that's definitely a ballpark of sours that you want to hit up. But let's get on to this Tikicito because I've been too excited for this one. So the name is Tikicito. It is from North Park Beer Company. It's a sour, other, 8.5% ABV, 12 IBU. I already like that 8.5.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's that. I'm so happy right now. It has 411 check-ins. 4.30 is the average.
That's pretty high.
The style guide says, we're big fans of tiki cocktails, so we thought, why not make our Imperial Berliner a painkiller cocktail-inspired beverage? So we built this tasty drink with our Cito Imperial Berliner
Yeah.
Berliner platform, and then dosed it with over 800 pounds of pineapple and orange purees, plus buckets of coconut chips and coconut cream, and last but not least, a confident dash of nutmeg. It's tart, tropical, and totally tasty. People on Untappd say it's tropical, coconut, sour, strong, and puckering.
Now, the nose is unbelievably
The first taste is really good. I'm telling you guys, this
And
is amazing.
You did like it?
And when I first tasted it, it tasted like a cocktail, but it tasted like it was a Cuervo I taste a little bit of tequila, even though I know there
Okay.
isn't any in there. It has a tequila bite to it, I think.
Ooh, well, so now that you say that kind of, because I think it'd be fun to experiment with this one and put it on a crushed ice with maybe like a salted rim,
Right?
like a marga.
And a shot of tequila.
Yeah. I could see you doing something fun like that.
Or just take the tequila.
A sidecar of Terramana.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It has a mouthfeel of pineapple juice,
Yeah, I feel like
even though there's
it needs
not
a-
any in.
it needs an umbrella to call back something.
Right?
Yeah, the nutmeg aroma is a little interesting. I don't think I've ever had. Oh yeah, it does have pineapple in it.
Yeah, it
I don't think
does,
I've ever
yeah.
had nutmeg in a beer before. So
I think I taste the
Kinda weird.
nutmeg
I do. I taste it.
slightly.
I thought
but
I tasted the.
it's like the aftertaste.
I thought I tasted the coconut, and now I don't anymore. Like I thought my first sip was coconut, but I don't taste that anymore. But I do taste the pineapple.
If you think on it, nutmeg is usually used Thanksgiving and Christmas time. So if you have little thoughts of Christmassy and winter, that's where the nutmeg comes in. You find that on your earthier, Christmas and Thanksgiving
oh
food.
yeah, for
brings you
sure.
down to
Yeah.
earth.
I bet you if we let it sit around for a while too, that coconut probably will come out a little bit. I don't even really know what coconut cream is. Like what is that?
It's
I mean,
probably just milk infused with coconut juice.
like a puree of
yeah.
some sort. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be drinking it pretty quick then if that's the case. I am not a coconut guy.
You're gonna race through. I was on the computer here trying to find out because we were talking about sours and how you've not even really had a lot of experience with them. I don't think it's even been a category at GABF for all that long. They've slowly kind of started adding in different styles like that, like a goza and sours. And so, yeah, I can't find the information. Are you guys going to watch the award ceremony next weekend?
We are now.
What is it?
Well, it's on the Brewing Network. So next Saturday, the GABF in Denver, they still are holding, I mean, all of your favorite breweries that you love and adore that are in your area, they've all sent off samples. You know, people are still competing. They still want those medals. So it's the full ceremony just without the audience. And it's all going to be televised
I honestly
via
did
the
not
Brewing
even,
Network.
I didn't know that they actually had like awards for them, like live like that. You know what I mean? Like video games have them, movies have them, TVs have them, but I didn't know beers did.
And other things have them too. Well, we do know some winners, and my prediction for this next weekend is that Sasquatch will finally get that gold in the stout category.
Okay, well, I'm going to be watching then. I'm going to keep my eyes out for that. Fun fact that North Park Beer Company, they've been in San Diego for 4 years now. 2 years ago, I decided not to go to GABF with my work, and I stayed back. And they have a nice facility, a big building. They decided to do like a live stream on a big screen.
Mm-hmm.
So we were all able to sit there in the audience. And as I'm drinking their, I think it's called Bird's Eye Pilsner, it won like silver, I want to say. And so that was pretty cool. So to actually be drinking a beer that wins at GABF while we're watching it. So.
And you work at North Park?
No, I work at Culture Brewing. So those other beers that I sent you, the Mexican Lager, one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sent you also, I think the Mosaic. Was it the Mosaic IPA I sent you?
Oh, you actually sent us a Mexican lager. I didn't even realize. I did see that, but I was like,
What did you guys do with those beers?
No,
They're in the fridge.
Yeah.
We're gonna have videos promoting them.
Yeah, we were waiting. We were waiting
Yeah.
for this episode, and then we were gonna drink.
I thought
those.
I saw a Mexican lager on
Yeah,
there, but no, when I was asking her earlier, I was like, I've never seen one in my life. And then all of a sudden I was like, no, bro, you got one in your fridge.
And that video that we promoted unboxing, we even said, look, it's a Mexican lager.
You might have said it.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
we
it's
said it.
yeah, like the best Corona you're ever going to drink. So.
I don't know. Corona's pretty good.
We're
Not
not-
the virus, but you know.
Well, Corona's only good when you're in Mexico and there's like, it's 1,000,000 degrees and there's nothing else to drink and they sell them for $1 with a lime in it. So.
How do you know I'm not in Mexico right now and I'm also on the phone with you guys?
He's not.
He doesn't even have a passport.
No, I'm more of a Dos Equis kind of guy. Dos
No.
Equis is where
I like
what
the Eski's Amber.
Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Hunter doesn't
So
like
anyway,
anything.
So you guys all like this then, huh?
Oh yes, but we'll get
Okay.
back into like our how we rate it in a second. Now
Okay,
we want
cool.
to talk a little bit about your interests. Is there any TV shows and movies or music that you're kind of into?
Well, heavily into anything that is Viking related. I know
Well,
that's probably surprising to you.
no, it's not because Vikings are awesome.
Vikings are the best.
Oh
And
my God.
It's a little bit of a sidebar because off the air we talked about that you didn't like video games, but Honer and I both know that there's a Viking Central video game about to come out called
Yeah.
Valhalla with the Assassin's Creed.
It's going to be amazing, but you don't have to worry
Oh my
about it
God.
because you don't care about
You
it.
get to
Kristine.
be a Viking, and you have to create Viking settlements on England and different places in Europe. It's part of the game. You have to.
Oh my God. I can hear the excitement in your voice right now.
Oh, yeah.
So like I'm an older gentleman,
Yeah, I love.
but I'm not old. I still love video games.
Yeah, I love
So,
Vikings
wow.
a lot.
So you've watched all the Viking series?
I have not.
and-
Yes, I
I
have.
have it. Honer has.
Oh,
And well, now that we're talking about the Viking series, I've told these guys about season 1 that ended on a Blood Eagle, and we've had a beer from New York called Blood Eagle, which the can art depicts someone being given a Blood Eagle. And if you watch the show, you know what that is.
It's
oh my God.
Blood Eagle is a sour as well.
It is a sour, and they only use fruits and berries from what Vikings had access to make it.
Oh my God. I can imagine the color of that beer.
It's red. I'll tell you that right now. And it's a shock to the jowls, but it's very good.
Well, so I have a cockatiel named Floki. Okay. But for the last couple of days, I've been on the internet researching girl Viking names because I thought this is what my new little dog, my little Frenchie needs to have a Viking name, and they're just not real cute names, you know. I mean, Lagatha is a lot to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
So-
very.
But you can call her like Maiden for like shield
Maiden?
mail. For shield mail. It's a girl.
No, a girl. She's a girl. Yeah, she's a girl. Well, Maiden is cute. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can call her Little May.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Oh my gosh.
So, okay. I'm just gonna assume you're not into like anime then.
No, no, but I did play some Switch last weekend. The cooking one. That was a hoot. But I was just in charge of dishwashing.
Right.
So.
Okay. But there's there's also like an anime like Viking. It's Vinland Saga, and it's so good. Because I just love Vikings, so it's like even if you don't like anime, if you have like a weird skeptic on it or like thoughts on it, this show is just like it's pretty good for being like.
Well,
a
I'm glad I
Viking
brought
fan.
it up because I was kind of shy to mention that. But yeah, I like I like the history stuff, the old school stuff. I don't want anything current pop culture kind of show.
Yeah.
Also like Tombstone kind of shows.
Old West?
Yeah, Old West. The Sun is really good.
Okay. I've heard of that.
SON, yeah.
Have you been watching any Westworld, which is kind of like it's futuristic, but it's also Old West?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Oh, I think you need to.
Yeah, that one.
Have
that
you
was
seen
pretty
the
interesting.
old 70s the movie Westworld?
Yeah.
Okay, so they updated it and futurized it. So it still has the same premise where people in the future want to go back into the Old West and be immersed, but the AI wakes up. So that's the premise. But there's also, they talk about multiple worlds. So you have a Game of Thrones world, there's a Japanese world, and there's some intersection with them all waking up. Anthony Hopkins is in it, and some other bigger named actors and actresses are in it. So like, it's nothing to like just skip over. Like they put some thought and some money into this.
That sounds cool.
It's on.
Yeah,
It's an HBO show.
It was the one they were.
I was gonna say I definitely liked Game of Thrones. That's very good. Very good stuff.
And that's
Except for the last episode or last season.
the last season.
The last
was
season
trash.
after like episode 3.
The last season was
Oh,
beautiful, but it was trash.
It was fresh.
Okay, so I'll just tell you real quick. I mean, I have a Pilates machine. I work out, do Pilates. I macrame, cook. I mean, what are we supposed to do during COVID? I mean, it's just like a lot of stuff at home.
Right.
Yeah, you mentioned to me on the phone that earlier that you still haven't been recalled to your job.
No, I haven't. No. And I mean, I want to say that I think a lot of San Diego breweries are going to be okay. I mean, I don't know about your area. I haven't seen a lot of them close up, and I've seen a lot of really positive things happening in the beer community. A lot of expansions, breweries opening second tasting rooms, getting bigger facilities. So, I mean, I think we're doing pretty good here. But yeah, no, I have not been called back to work yet, probably because I was part-time. So yeah, just occupying myself at home, growing stuff in the garden, that kind of stuff. So
I feel that you
Not
gotta have
anything
hobbies
exciting.
to make it through.
So we haven't really had a lot of breweries or anything close around here. Everything is still kind of doing their thing.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the Indiana went to phase 5, so we're all like, nobody around here cares about that stuff. So
Oh,
it's
good
like,
for you.
Yeah,
Good.
so we're all just like open.
Yeah, our biggest breweries in the area are Three Floyds. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're big here.
Yeah, of course,
And then in Michigan, we have Bell's and
Greenbush.
Greenbush. Transient has made it kind of a name lately.
Evil Check.
Evil
Yaki-
Check is a little bit more
Yakida.
local. But I'm talking about ones that are more like Founders, New Holland, are all in our area.
yeah, those are all great breweries. For sure.
I believe Forbes rated that the number one beer for 2 years in a row was the Two Hearted Ale from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and to me, that tastes like ass.
That's I would consider that like when you're younger and you're trying to find a domestic you like. I think Two Hearted is more of an acquired taste. Like eventually you drink enough of it, you're gonna like it. My roommate used to buy it by cases. I mean, you can't buy cases, like 6-pack after 6-pack. He'd have like 24 6-packs. Like it was crazy. So I would always, he knows. And I would always drink Two Hearted. I never liked it, but after like a domestic, you just keep drinking it enough, and then it grows.
Honestly, that sounds like Zombie King.
Zombie
That's
dust?
kind of
Zombie
the
dust.
way it
Zombie
works,
dust.
though.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mix Alpha.
Alpha King.
Yeah, and Zombie.
Yeah. Well, my favorite beer that's a local beer, which is kind of not local if you think about where we are in Indiana, is from Upland. Upland's in Bloomington, Indiana, where the IU University is, and
Which is like 4 hours from us.
it's 3 hours by car.
-1 tones.
But it's the number 2 beer in Indiana, and it's called their pawpaw, and they use a very rare fruit to make a sour called pawpaw fruit, and it's it's to die for. We've had here on the show one of their variants called Hopperpaw, which uses persimmon as well, which is another fruit that's kind of rare to find in anything, let alone a beer. And that was very good. But I bought a second bottle when I had a chance, and I have had it before we've had it on the show, and it deserves its number 2 beer of Indiana. It is a great sour beer, and when you say sour, this one, it leans into the jowls.
Is that the one from Gimme Swelter?
No, it's from
Hopperpaw, the big bottle we had.
Oh, that was a big boy. Yeah.
Well, you guys are huge proponents for, just your local breweries. I'm sure they appreciate you guys so much.
They don't. They hate us, actually. So thank you for bringing that up, Kristen. Okay, we're done.
Her name is Kristine.
Christine.
I said
No,
Kristen.
I know they adore you because, fans are few and far between for some breweries, especially when you guys are kind of rural like that. So,
Right, and we're trying to... And now
shout it from the rooftop.
Right. And lately we've been trying to reach out. So like we've been neglecting the local ones because we want to actually expand this podcast. So we're reaching out to you. We're reaching out to Sherman, Texas for 903 Brewing. Like we're reaching out to a bigger audience. So we're trying
very cool.
more.
But we do occasionally spotlight those local brews.
Yeah, we got a couple in mind that we want to aim
We
at.
have actually one next week we're going to record, right?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to a specialty bar.
Okay.
But
Nice.
they specialize in some imports and stuff from other states, but they have a lot of local beers too.
My favorite thing from them is like a hibiki. Okay. So you ever had like Japanese whiskey in your life?
Was that for me?
Yes.
sorry, I didn't end it with Kristine. Yes.
No, that's one genre I don't know anything about.
Yeah,
is whiskey.
because there was one time I went to this place that we're about to go to, and I ordered. All I saw was a Japanese whiskey, and I was like, you know what? I've been playing a lot of video games that have like Japanese in it and stuff like that. Japan. I was like, I'm really into this culture right now. Let me get something from there. And I had the Japanese whiskey, and there's 2 types, and the one that I always remember is a hibiki, and it just tasted amazing.
Now, he let me try some Japanese whiskey a few months back. It was really good. So he knows what he's talking
It's
about.
kind of smooth. They give you a big old like ice block in there, and like give you a little taste.
Do you remember the company name?
No. The only thing it says on there is like the hibiki whiskey. So the hibiki might be the company. I'm not sure.
Well, next weekend we can ask
Yeah, we'll
what
find
they
out.
featured.
I mean, mixed in with all of our meaderies and kombucha brewers and craft beer breweries, we have sake mixed right in, and some distilleries for sure. There's even one out here that uses is it called discarded or repurposed pastries?
Oh,
Things
yeah.
that would've-
We've had
yeah.
an IPA that used a special kind of donut to make. And you could kind of tell that there was pieces of donut in it, like pastry.
Oh, that's not good, man.
I don't know. It was okay. It was called a strawberry milkshake IPA pastry.
I love it when breweries replicate the flavors in something like a pastry, but when they start throwing that shit in there, I just
You're like, get the strainer out.
Right.
no,
Well,
I know. My mind right away just thinks, okay, what's coming through right now? Are we getting like preservatives? Are we getting all those calories? Are we getting hydrogenated fats? What is coming through? So I'm always a little skittish on that kind of stuff. So
well, I don't know if I let my beer sit too long, but I'm getting some.
He's got
I
a
want
little.
to say it's coconut probably on the
you getting the coconut?
on the bottom,
Nice.
on the bottom of the
Sediment.
glass, like you could see it.
Oh, sediment. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I haven't poured my whole can out yet, so I'm kind of nursing it. Haven't had lunch yet.
Yeah, same here.
Out here on the West Coast, I mean, it's like
No, that's
seriously,
true.
it's like only not even one yet.
That
So.
was my
for sure.
my thing about the West Coast. Like the furthest I've been is Vegas, and my fiance has a friend that lives out there, so we went out there for a wedding, and it was a Sunday, and I woke up at 9:00. The owner of the house that we're staying in is getting ready for football games. I'm like, there's football games at 9 a.m. I was like, oh, maybe they're London games. And then it hit me. It's like, well, it's 1:00 where, where everything else is. I felt like that would be pretty cool to wake up and have football all day.
All ready to go.
And then I could go to sleep at a decent time, because here we're up till 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night watching sports. And on the West Coast, you're 3 hours different. So you guys can be in bed by 8 or 9 and
Oh,
cool.
no, yeah.
It sounds like Two Tones is moving to Oregon, not Brian.
I'm going to move somewhere on the West because...
No, I think about that a lot, especially if a football game goes into overtime. It's like, oh my God, all these people with their kids in the stands are past midnight and it's freezing cold. And
yeah, I'll go back to the World Series with the Cubs and the Indians, Cleveland Indians.
Yeah.
That got a rain delay. So for us, it's like midnight.
It was like 2 a.m. when the Cubs won.
So that's super late for us, but it's not that late for...
But it was totally worth it as a Cubs fan.
Are you talking about when the Cubs won the World Series
in 2016?
Bro, I was there in Oregon. I can tell you exactly that.
See, and he's not even a sports
but
guy.
it ended.
He hates sports. By the way,
I was there. I fell asleep at the bar. My niece and nephew were in the bar with us because it was a family-friendly bar. Fucking weird, but we were there and we were drinking and everything. But we just got there from the flight.
Yeah.
So we're all jet lagged and everything, but everybody else is all excited about this game, and I'm just sitting there on the table, and I'm just like, man, I'm so tired. And the game's still going.
Right.
I know eventually they won because I passed out a little bit on the bar, and then all of a sudden I wake up and everybody's cheering because they're about to see the winning hit.
Right.
All of a sudden it happened. We're all like, yeah. And I'm just like, man, yeah. I woke up randomly.
Well, that's crazy because that's 2 a.m. for us. That's 11 p.m.
Yeah, it was
the West Coast.
Yeah.
That's not late at all.
Not at all. But the jet lag makes it late. It makes it feel late, Tones.
Now, before we move into the last segment, is there any other thing, movies or music or TV shows or anything that you're kind of interested in?
Well, I think my whole life right now is going to be my new puppy that I brought home.
Ooh, yeah.
The
pupper. Now,
we didn't really talk about your puppy, actually.
We didn't talk about it on the air, but
yeah,
when
first time dog owner, so I'm kind of scared right now.
When you went to go switch your to see if your Bluetooth earbuds would work, we heard some sniffing and snuggling around your phone.
Yeah,
so
your dog
I thought it was your dog.
We hope it was.
Yeah,
your
we
dog.
hope it's your dog and not you, Kristine. Trying to sniff onto the phone.
Who knows? And yeah, if there's ever been a moment of silence during this, conversation I've had with you guys, it's because she farted next to me. I literally cannot even gain my composure. So.
Same page. I got 2 dudes over there doing the same thing.
So, pets, Bruce, do you have any animals then? We'll carry on this segment.
I have 2 cats.
Oh,
I have
love cats.
Lilou Dallas, who is named after a famous movie from a French director, Luc Besson, and from The Fifth Element. It's the main character. And then I have another cat. It was a black cat whose name his name is Tiny, because people don't like black cats for some reason, unjustly.
Because of Hocus Pocus. You ever seen Hocus Pocus? There's a bad cat. It's black.
If you look at the actual folklore for black cats, they are the most fiercest warriors of your soul. They defend you from the bad
That's
spirits.
why they're bad luck.
That's why they're good luck, and they're good for you. But his name is Nathan Drake, but we call him Tiny because he was so small and he got really big.
Uncharted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we named him.
I know.
How do you know?
I used to play Uncharted.
I played Uncharted 4 and it's amazing.
Tones, do you have any pets?
Yes, I have a dog. She's a blue heeler. My fiance has another dog. She's a Shiba Inu, which is a Japanese dog, and a Husky
those
mix.
are beautiful. Mm-hmm.
So they're both about 40 pounds. Had them for 8 years. My dog's 8, her dog's 8. It's just really weird that our dogs are the same age when we met each other. But the first dog I've ever had since she was a puppy. Got her at 6 weeks old. She's an Australian cattle dog.
Oh, those are gorgeous.
Yes,
Yeah.
I wanted a female dog. She's a girl. I wanted a female dog. My whole time I was like, I want to name my female dog Lily or Lulu or something like that, like something girly.
Luna.
And then I got the dog, and I'm like, well, she doesn't look like a Lily or Lula. Like, she doesn't look like anything like that. So I started searching Australian names, and the one that stuck out to me was called Eleebana, Eleebana, and it meant beautiful in Australian. So I named her
I love that.
I named her Eleebana. We just call her Ely, or we call her Bana, or we call her Bana bitch. Like, we just so many names that we just throw at it, but like it means beautiful. And
Yeah.
I've had.
Well, I love that you put some research into it.
Yes.
So that's really smart. Yeah, I love that.
She was probably 2 or 3 years old, and she got out of the house, and there was kids playing across the street, so she wanted to go run with the kids, and she got hit by a car. It just clipped her back end. So luckily she was fine. Like, she had some road rash we had to tend to, and she couldn't walk up and down stairs. I had to pick her up, but like, so I'm fully invested in this dog. So
Right.
and the oldest dog recorded is a blue heeler, and it lived to be 31 years old.
There's no
Oh
way.
my gosh.
And
31
Wow.
times 9 is 7.
37.
Seven.
But yeah,
31
she
times
lived. The dog lived to be. It was called Blue, and it lived to be 31. So if she's
That's
only 8, I
insane.
plan on having at least 20 more years with her. I'm hoping she outlives me, because I would be devastated when she goes.
Honer, do you have any pets?
No, I do not. But my parents used to have one, and he was a Shih Tzu, and he was the best thing ever in my life.
That's nice.
Definitely more a cat person than a dog person.
I hate cats.
I mean, I've never had one. You hate cats?
I hate cats. I love
Aw.
dog. Okay, I will say there's one cat that I did like.
Garfield.
There's at least 3. But this one cat stayed with me for
Felix.
a week when my roommate was out. He was out with his family, and he kept a cat there. But the cat would always do that little massage thing on your chest or whatever.
That's called kneeling.
The whatever that was, and I was
Knee.
like, you know what? I was like, you know what? This is actually pretty cool. Like, this is a pretty cool cat. Like, that's pretty cool, man. It actually feels cool.
All cats do that.
No, but like this one did
Only
it.
if they think that you're safe and they love you.
Yeah, so he loved me. So that's good. His name was Buddy, and he'd always like lay on my chest, like on my chest and everything. We bonded that week.
They only
get
do
a
that to
free
things they
massage.
trust,
Yeah.
and they don't trust anything. And another way you know a cat loves you is if you can hold them where their back is down, so their belly is up. If they allow you to keep them that way, then they feel complete safety with
Oh,
you.
if their belly's up,
Yeah,
because that's their vulnerable spot.
that is their vulnerable spot. And speaking of vulnerability, we're gonna play a game
Oh, no,
where
here we go.
somebody could lose.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. You told me about the game. I'm supposed to pick somebody that I don't know.
Bruce
Based on what?
Trivia.
Bruce.
Trivia.
It's funny because you can't hear it.
Trivia.
So to her, we just sounded really dumb.
Yeah, I know. She's all like, they're just yelling into the mics.
We're gonna play some Bruce Trivia today.
Yeah.
Christine, how do you want to ring in? We have buzzers here. Give us an example.
I'll do a ding ding
Ding ding. Okay,
yell.
that works. You can go however you want.
Just say, hey, I have an
I have an answer. So we're gonna play the name game. We played this last week on the Jake Morris episode. All answers will be either Tony, Phil, Bruce, or Kristine. So an example, if we were using a name like Brian, an actor of Malcolm in the Middle, you could ring in and say Bryan Cranston. And if you do so, I'd give you 2 points because A, you were right. Brian is the correct word. And Cranston, if you give the full name, if there is one, you can get 2 points. Do you follow along?
I think I got this.
Okay.
You don't got this. I'm going to win.
Just so we tidy, I did a renumbering of all the wins and losses. Two Tones has 3 wins.
Oh, yeah.
Honer has 0 wins.
I have 1.
You have
No. And our guest has 1. His name is Jake Morris.
Jake. He's
And
amazing.
he'll be very happy to hear about this. All right. Christine, are you ready?
Yes.
Hands on your buzzers and or noise you will make. A Marvel agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. died by the hands of Loki. A Marvel agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. who died by the hands of Loki. 2 Tones.
Kristine.
Incorrect.
Damn it. I was trying to guess.
Honer.
Philip.
Correct. His name was Phil Coulson.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That guy.
All right, the second question. A killer car in the Stephen King's horror book. A killer car in the Stephen King's horror book. Phil.
It sounds like a Bruce thing.
That is incorrect.
No, she
No,
said
I know
who?
a-
She said who?
She's got one.
Yes.
Got it.
Christine.
Yes. Kristine.
Hey,
Damn.
That is
she got
correct,
it.
Christine. Christine is the name of his first novel. Number 3. The Phantom of the Opera kidnaps this person. Honer.
Oh.
Kristine.
That is correct.
Obviously, there's only one. It's a woman.
There was 2 points available. You missed out.
Christine Stewart.
That is incorrect.
Guys are killing me.
The actor or actress from Boogie Nights, Scent of a Woman, and Mission Impossible 3.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes, Christine.
Do I have to answer, or am I telling
Yeah,
you?
no,
to
it's
answer,
you.
Bruce?
It's you.
It's you.
This is the actor. What's his name? Not Matthew McConaughey. Oh my God, you're killing me. Oh, yeah, no. Okay, I don't have the answer. Sorry. Okay.
That's okay. Maybe you can think of one.
Dang it, Christine. I hope you did because I do not have the answer.
Oh, 2 tones.
Tony.
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
Philip.
Philip.
That is correct. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, guessed.
Number 5. Inventor, playboy, philanthropist. Philip.
Nope.
Oh.
I was thinking of Hugh Hefner.
3, 2, 1.
I was thinking
He's
of Hugh
out.
Hefner.
2 tones, and Christine, you have a chance to ring in. Inventor, playboy, philanthropist, Marvel hero. 2 tones.
Tony Stark.
That is correct for 2 points.
Oh.
Tony Stark.
Who did I say?
You said nobody. Number 6, known as the boss in music.
Oh, ding, ding, ding.
Yes, Christine.
Bruce Springfield.
I'll give it to you. Bruce
Springsteen.
Springsteen.
Hey, she did. I don't know.
He said the
Oh
boss.
my God.
He said the
Okay,
boss. I was
could've
thinking
gone
Tony
either way.
Danza.
I wasn't even thinking.
Yeah, well, that's
That's
every
where I
day
went.
for you.
But
All right, number 7,
Okay,
famous tennis star of the 70s and 80s. Famous tennis star. Phil.
Christine.
That is correct.
No.
Christine Everett.
No one knew that. You
Well,
just guessed.
I just
No.
assumed it
I
was
thought
a
you were
woman.
talking about.
I thought
Oh.
Phil Mickelson, but he's a golf player. He's a golf guy.
Golf player.
That's right.
Golf player.
Golf
He's a good
player.
golf player.
All right.
player.
Let's go move on. Number
Move
8,
on.
an Olympian who's now known as Caitlin.
Ding,
No.
ding, ding.
Oh,
Bruce.
Go ahead.
that's correct.
Oh my God.
You didn't get 2 points, though.
I forgot the last name.
Bruce Jenner.
I know.
Jenner.
I
Oh.
forgot the last name.
Oh man, I
Dang
could have
it.
got that one.
Honer's too good.
Yeah, he's trying to win because he's over
I
in
have
the win
0.
department.
I have 0 points, Christine.
Number 9, Christine, golfer known as Lefty.
No, I know nothing about golfers.
Philip.
That is correct. His name is Phil Mickelson.
Are you talking about the one from Happy Gilmore?
No.
Because that's exactly who I thought of.
That Shooter McGavin.
No, the other one.
All right. Played a Viking deity. He's a serial killer in a movie. What is the actor? Played a Viking deity and a serial killer who was a cannibal.
Viking.
Got nothing.
2 tones. Incorrect.
Damn it.
Philip.
Tony.
That is incorrect. You have a 50-50 shot here, Christine.
Phil.
Wait, did someone say Tony?
I did say
He
Tony.
did.
Tony's correct.
Oh my gosh.
Anthony Hopkins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Guy off.
He played Odin
Tony for
in the
sure.
Marvel movies, and he played the Hannibal Lecter.
Cut Bruce off.
Well, if you would have said that, that's like you should have said like Anthony instead of Tony because we know Tony.
Yeah.
But like
Anthony and
that's
Tony
it.
is the same.
Yeah,
For
but
this
we're not
game.
gonna relate to like Tony Baskins.
It's cool, Christine. Bruce, his games are always hard.
Known for his B movies, this guy loves boomsticks.
Bruce Campbell.
That is correct.
There's no way. How do you know?
What are you talking about?
No, I'm sorry. As soon as he said it, I was like, okay, I got it.
Honer's
Wow,
killing it.
Honer's killing it today. This Brat Pack member is also into weird science. This Brat Pack member is into weird science.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes, Kristine.
Tony.
That is correct.
What's your
Anthony.
last name?
Anthony
No,
Michael.
What?
Kristine, you can finish. You know his. You know his last
No,
name.
I don't know his. No.
Hall.
Didn't
Anthony
you-
Michael
oh,
Hall.
I was trying to get you
I
an
was like,
extra
why are you
point.
breathing so hard into this mic?
All right, number 13. Seinfeld alum who played this character on the New Adventures of Old.
Christine. Ding, ding, ding. Christine.
Yes, Kristine, that is correct. Do you remember the character's last name?
Dreyfus.
That was
Was it-
the Julia Louise Dreyfus is her last
Yeah.
name, but the character's name is
Oh,
Kristine.
Louise Dreyfus. Oh, okay.
But
Julia
Kristine
Louise Dreyfus.
was Kristine Campbell was her character's name.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's
All right,
okay.
I get it.
All right, number 14, the best known martial artist of ever.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, Kristine.
dang, yeah.
Bruce Lee.
That is correct.
Tony Jaa.
Bro, he's awesome. High five on that one.
All right, I'm
That's
going
what
to take
came
a
to mind.
quick second to count up the points because we only have 2 questions left. Phil has 9 points. Kristine with a late surge
Shit. I did not mean to hit that again.
has 7 points, and Two Tones has only 2 points because he is
2 points.
dragon.
I like that. I had a late surge.
Late surge. Okay, number
All right, so-
15.
Oh.
This famous
Got-
chef died in 2018.
Oh,
This famous chef died in 2018.
ding, ding, ding.
Yes, Kristine.
Anthony Tony Bourdain.
That is correct for
What
2
the-
points.
She knew the whole thing.
She is now tied with Phil going into the last one.
Toner.
Honer. Two Tones, you cannot
Fuck you guys.
do anything, so hand
Tones.
off your buzzer.
Sorry, Tones. This is me and Kristine.
I can't even
No.
cause them to lose.
No.
That's the last question.
This last question, unless you go to tiebreakers, which this time I was prepared
I need
for.
a beer.
All right, Kristine, are you ready?
I'm ready. My hands
All
on
right,
my buzzer.
Honer, are you ready?
No.
This famous record producer of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Honer.
Tony.
Incorrect. Kristine, this famous record producer of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Jeez. I got nothing.
Well, you have a
Bruce?
Bruce is your final answer?
Sure, yeah.
I'm sorry. It's Phil Spector.
Oh.
So we're going to go to extra innings.
I didn't know that either, Kristine. So, but it's me and you still, so I got to win.
All right. This character in a movie from the 90s and early 2000s became God for a few days from Morgan Freeman.
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah.
Bruce is correct for
But
1
the movie
point.
is Almighty.
And Nolan was his last name.
Oh, that's dumb.
But Phil finally wins something.
Yeah! Yes.
Ah, it took you that long.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Kristine.
Don't do that. He doesn't deserve it.
No, Kristine, it literally took me, I have 1 against 3. I lost 3 times for this.
Well,
But,
no,
you
4
were-
times. 4 times.
Oh, that's true.
Don't forget Jake.
I forgot Jake. But
Kristine, you gave him a
No,
valiant
you did.
battle.
Like I
right to
told her,
the end.
Like I told her, we can hear you right away. So when you got it, just like as if you were here. That's why it tripped me out earlier, because you're right here with us. It tripped me
I
out.
feel like I would do much better the next time.
Yeah, you'll be prepared.
Excellent game, guys.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, before we give our final thoughts, Two Tones decided, since he was a sore loser, to pour a 4th beer. Now, I know you don't have that in front of you, but it's one of the beers you sent us.
Oh, very good.
It is La Cerveza. It's
Oh, nice.
It's the Mexican lager.
the Mexican lager you were talking about. So I'm sure you've had plenty of them.
Actually, I have some of that. Yes.
Oh,
hey, so
do you
go
want us to
ahead.
take a second for you to go pour yourself
Yeah, we can
one?
go take a little
I
shot
can
break
do
after
it.
this, and then we'll.
I can do it as
we'll
we
come back.
talk.
All right. Well, then what we'll do, we'll change my mind and we'll give our final thoughts on the beer we just had, the Tikicito, and then we'll move into the 4th beer.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Okay. Okay, sure.
So why don't you start us off? What did you think of Tikicito and give us a rating?
You know, I am always very respectable of this kind of creativity in a beer. So, I mean, I give that probably pretty high marks just for the creativity aspect of it. I love that they created a cocktail. I think it was done very well. Nothing was overwhelming. The nutmeg was very subtle. So, I mean, I don't know. I like it a lot. I would say 4.6.
Ooh, that's a pretty good score there.
I know.
I didn't mind the coconut. I thought it was very fruity. I thought it was just a tad sour. I wish it was a little bit more sour for my taste buds. So it affected it a little bit. But overall, I gave it a pretty high score of 4.25.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I think it's a good beer.
Two Tones here. I really liked it.
Sore loser.
It was whatever, guys. It was slightly sour. It wasn't too sour. It wasn't too much. The coconut taste, I had that at the beginning. It kind of drifted away, and I tasted pineapple. I really enjoyed this. This is a 4.5 for me. I really like this beer.
Nice.
This is really good.
It's a surprising score for Two Tones. He doesn't give out the 4s too much.
No, I mean, it got everything you would want in this kind of a style, I think. It doesn't taste boozy for what? This is the highest one, 8.5.
I forgot about that.
The mouthfeel is just like really super luxurious on it.
No, I have to disagree with everybody here because like, this sour is not that good. I mean, I've had better, way better, but this is like, I would say it's a 3 for me.
Boo.
Boo. Unfortunately, I don't have the booze anymore.
But no, I would say because like it doesn't hit me in the jowls. It doesn't even really give me like a slight sour. But like the taste is like, I don't know. It's not favorable. I'm okay with drinking one, but after that, I'm done.
I don't know.
Aw.
So
what did you give it?
I give it a 3.
3. Boo.
Yeah.
So
So the thing that threw me off is because like it says sour, but I didn't really feel like the sour of it. It tastes like I guess if I were to ever have that mixed drink, I feel like that mixed drink is what that can taste like, but it does not have the sour that I want from a sour, for me at least.
Whatever, Toner.
Perhaps because the ABV is so high, it kind of offsets the alcohol by volume, kind of offsets the sour capabilities.
Right.
That is true.
Just as that.
Yeah, that's true. That could be.
Right.
I think if they added just a little bit more bite to it, I think I would have liked it a little bit more.
I just forget that it's an 8.5 though.
Yeah.
Because the taste does not make it seem like an 8.5.
Which is dangerous if you think about it.
This is a dangerous beer for me.
So we're going to take a really quick break, and we'll come back with our 4th beer, which we weren't planning on, La Cerveza from your beer company, correct?
Culture?
Yes.
And we'll get into that. See
Sounds
you
good.
soon.
Sounds good.
All right, guys, welcome back. We whipped out another Cerveza, literally, because Tones was a sore loser. He said, hey, let's drink this other one.
I just wanted to keep drinking. Now it's having so much fun.
He was crying.
I honestly was thinking that if we should just like whip out one of the beers that she brought us randomly and then drink it with her. But I didn't know she would actually have it. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, of course. Always.
So, Kristine, you do have the La Cerveza with you right now.
Yes.
So we are all about to review this last and final beer. All right. So this is called La Cerveza by Culture Brewing Company. It's a lager, American Light, 4.7% ABV. 20 IBU, 319 check-ins, 3.56 is the average. And the lager, there's no details, but people on here vote that it's light, smooth, subtle, and elegant, and spicy.
Ooh, I like a good spicy.
Let's get that spice.
I don't know. Maybe that's more of a mind over matter thing, like a subliminal message.
You don't agree with the spicy?
I don't agree with the spicy.
Is it?
I love spicy beers, and I don't agree with the spicy on this one.
They might be it's got a little bit of spice because you always have to like 5 things right there on Untappd. So maybe that was like one of the lesser ones.
I mean, if we're gonna say spicy, I like a true spicy. Like you throw some, Ortegas, some jalapenos
Some
or some
some ghost
serranos.
peppers.
Yeah.
Let's get real spicy.
Okay,
That's what we're.
I had the ghost pepper from Saison. Is it right? What it is?
Saison.
From Ghost. Someone.
I don't know.
They liked my
can't remember where
tweet.
it's from.
They liked my tweet, but what I said was not favorable. I said it tastes like hot glue, and they liked it. But
we did have Gimme Swelter from Arcane.
Oh my god, no, that was amazing.
Arcane Brewing in Florida.
That was amazing.
And it was a sour that was done with jalapenos. Mm-hmm. And it was divine. Just so you know. It had just enough heat on the end that you wanted to cool it down with the next sip.
Oh yeah.
Just drink more.
That's correct.
It's funny though, because I'm reading these reviews on Untappd, and they're all saying something about tacos. Like they all enjoy this with a taco. So
Now,
Yeah. Well, that's what we do here in California.
the nose of this smells like a cerveza. I feel
Yeah.
like I just
Yeah, I
picked
can-
up a Corona or anything along those lines.
Yeah, it's got that Mexican lager smell to
It's
it.
got a light body. It's very clear.
Looks domestic. It's got that.
It's very good. I would say it's probably a cleaner Corona or Dos Equis.
somebody on here said, "Great, a better Bud Light." LOL.
Oh, I disagree. It's way better.
I like the
than a
can
Bud
art.
Light.
It's got the poncho look to it.
The can is just absolutely
Okay,
gorgeous.
so I will say, after taking a couple sips, I would say that this is a nice blend of Corona and Modelo. It tastes like a lighter Modelo, but it's like the nice spectrum of them, like the nice balance of them, that it's actually like pretty drinkable. Like I could probably have a 6-pack of this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
See,
like
yeah.
if I'm hanging out at like a cookout or something like that, I could definitely have a full pack of these just hanging out.
I'm on the same page. I feel like this is just the perfect amount of alcohol and flavor that you could just grab a 12-pack and drop it and be good for the day. Mm-hmm. Like you're not going to get too tired of it.
This was straight off the canning line, and I threw it in a box to you guys. So, I mean, you're never going to get a Dos Equis or a Corona that fresh.
Oh no,
That's
not at all.
awesome.
That's why it feels so like it feels good. It's a nice blend of them. Like
And, being right next to the Mexico border, I mean, that kind of is such a huge influence for us. Things that pair really nicely with Mexican food. These kind of lagers are huge here. So.
Hey, I like.
And there's a great craft beer scene in Cabo San Lucas.
no, there is not.
I like
Nuh-uh.
Cabo. I like Cabo Wabo.
Is there really?
Yeah, no,
I feel
it
like Cabo is like.
truly is.
Why do I feel like Cabo is not like that big?
Because
Yeah.
you'd be wrong.
Is it?
There's
though?
just, there's a small pocket of people that are very passionate about brewing craft beer there. So Baja Brewing is one.
That's
in
awesome.
particular.
Because
Yeah.
I've never thought of a place like that. I don't know. I feel like Cabo has just been like. I feel like people like go there just to like spring break and stuff. Like Cabo,
Well,
we're going to
no.
Cabo. Like there's no.
We stay
craft
away
beer
from
scene.
all those people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've literally never been out of this.
I've
like,
never.
You
I've,
said
of
you were
the
in
country.
Oregon.
I've never been out of the country. I want to get a passport because I want to visit Canada so bad.
Oh, I'm old enough to remember when you just go to Canada and you don't need a passport.
Yeah, because you're 60. We get it.
we also live like
I'm not
3
60.
hours from
Not
Canada.
60, by the way.
Fact checked. He's 60.
Bruce Burkhardt, 60 years old.
41.
Okay, so
All right, so let's rate this beer.
I don't know.
You don't
Yeah.
know, you don't want to rate it? Okay, we'll just wait.
No, go ahead. If
Bruce,
she's
what you
done
got?
with it, we can drink. We'll do it.
I finished it pretty quick because it was very drinkable. I think it's a 3.75. It's exactly what I want from a Mexican lager. It's not surprising, and that's why I didn't make a 4. It's just a clean cerveza.
Agreed. Clean cerveza. It smells and tastes like a Mexican lager. 3.25, which is probably higher than I would rate an actual cerveza. I would rate this higher than Corona or Dos Equis.
Well, cerveza means beer. So.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But beer from Mexico.
Yeah, but this Mexican beer, I would say I would give it at least 3.75. It's not bad. It's good, but it's not bad. Like it's refreshing. I think it's very refreshing.
I would say it's probably the highest rated Yeah, it's the highest rated craft Cerveza I've ever had.
Really?
I don't know what that means.
Like, I wouldn't rank a Corona this high. I wouldn't, those would be domestic
Yeah, that's what I
in
was
a way,
saying. That's what I was
imported
saying, yeah.
or whatever. But like, I've had 18th Street, and it did not taste as well as this.
It did not.
I've had a couple other Mexican lagers that we haven't had on the show yet, and this is the best of them.
Oh, for sure. So, Kristine, what do you give this beer?
Oh, that's hard to ask me that because I mean
She has
this is just something that's like it's like that beer is like part of my family, so
So she has to give it a 5.
I have to give it a 5.
It's okay. You can be honest here. It's okay. We're not gonna judge
No
you.
one will hear it.
No, I mean I love our Mexican lager. I mean, like I told you, I really enjoy the addition of the salt and lime that Towne is doing on theirs. But I think they're both pretty excellent beers, really. Okay, we'll say 4. I'll say 4.5 if you really want me to weigh in on it.
There you go.
You
We
got
do.
to. I know you're a little bit biased, but it's okay. That's why
Just a little bit.
we have 4 people and we averaged it out. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. And I have to say too, this is a little side note that the label art, we also have a matching beach blanket, two for 2 people that fit that also matches that can.
How much is that?
And then
Because
a
I would like
dog
to buy one.
leash. Yeah, and a dog leash in that same pattern. So
Do you know what you need to make up?
it's a whole vibe.
So you know those like Baja hoodies?
Yes.
Do you know what those are,
I know what?
Kristine? The Baja hoodies?
Yeah.
They're like stoner hoodies
Yeah.
is what people call them.
Yeah,
But I think
Burgeon has a Baja.
I think it would
hoodie,
be perfect for that because it kind of looks like a poncho, but not.
Mm-hmm.
So it would
Yeah.
be the perfect blend for that hoodie.
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
I'm interested in buying the beach blanket. 'Cause-
If you get a hoodie on there, I'll buy it. But I'm not going to buy a beach blanket because I don't go to the beach.
Yeah, you don't go outside. I do.
I don't
still-
even know what outside looks like right now.
Yeah, I go to the beach with my wife. She loves the beach, and a
have
beach
a
blanket
wife?
for 2 people. Yes, I have a wife.
yeah.
And she
Nice
does.
and big.
She has a husband, and his name is Bruce, and I'm Bruce. So that's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's very weird. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I would love that beach blanket.
Well, it comes in 2 colors, so I'll send you both color options. You can tell me what you'd like.
Nice.
Okay.
So we're gonna wrap things up here. This is now what we call last call. Which of the 4 beers are you going to choose for your last call beer? The bartender's like, last call. What are you choosing?
Easy. Yeah. You asking everybody or
Yeah,
just
no,
We're gonna
it's-
ask you
Go ahead
first.
first. We're all answering. Yes.
I get to go first? Okay, yeah. I want more of that Tikicito.
Tikicito. All right.
I completely agree. Give me another Tikicito. That was amazing.
I feel like I would agree with a Tikicito because I just want more of it to see if I actually do like it. Because the sour, it wasn't hitting me quite as well, but it was hitting me like a tropical drink would, which is
Yeah, but
it's
that's good. It makes you.
No, that's what I mean.
You
but
can drink more.
But
yeah.
I want the sour, Kristine. I need
I'm
the
sorry.
sour. But like, it just didn't hit me that hard as I wish it would. But I would take this one as a last beer. I would.
Now, I was going to say the Tikicito as well, but we added the 4th beer, and I am not placating at all.
He's lying.
As a time to leave, I would like a nice, light, I know I'm going to make it home kind of beer that tastes good and I'm happy. I would choose La Cerveza from your brewery.
Oh, very cool. Well, nice. I didn't realize you still had to make it home. I'm thinking if I have another Tikicito, I'll have a nice nap this afternoon.
That's all I'm saying. I wish I could. They're at my house.
Right.
They need to leave.
You can
actually.
nap. I will stay.
So we're gonna wrap this up. Would you like to give out any social medias or promote any events that you have?
Oh my gosh, you guys are so awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, if any of your listeners live in San Diego, I mean, be sure and watch for our 7-mile or 7 Bridges pub crawl that we're going to be doing in the next few weeks. Social media is Women's Beer Collective. And, we're going to get rocking and rolling a little bit more in the next few months once, some restrictions are lifted here in California.
When
So,
everything goes back to normal, that'll work out for you.
Normal would be awesome,
I
wouldn't
feel
it?
you. Yeah. Well, over in Indiana, everything's kind of normal, but I wish it gets normal for you guys soon. Next up, we have who we got? Tones. What's your social media?
Two
my friend?
Tones. You can follow me at the number 2Tones87 on Twitter.
All right, and I am Honer. I have Honer Creations on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I make dumbass videos for dumbass people like me, and I make my personal on Twitter is PETOWNE.
Nice.
This is Bruce the Beer Bandit. On Twitter, I'm Beer Bandit Bruce. On Instagram, I'm Bruce the Beer Bandit. Untappd, I'm Bruce the Beer Bandit. And you can follow the show on DrunkWithBuds. And we have a website, DrunkWithBuds.weebly.com. That's DWEEBLY.com. We have beer suggestions for people to send us what they want us to try. You can check out our beer recommendations and our top 5 and bottom 5 of our beers. You can listen to any of our shows on that or Buzzsprout or anywhere. Podcast platform you can think of. So thank you, Kristine, for coming on and informing us of the great beers of San Diego. Thank you for informing us on the Women's Craft Beer Collective.
Yes, follow them everywhere.
Follow them on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Buy their merch. It is fabulous merch.
Oh, thanks, guys. It was an honor.
And have a very good evening or day, depending on where you are when you're listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, thanks, guys.